He immediately, in a statement, said, "I need help." He indicated that he checked himself into a Florida counseling facility. It didn't last very long, so I'm not sure exactly what was achieved at said facility. But that's what he said, and that's what we knew.
Okay.
So coming out of that, off a second suspension that is now indefinite, we have not heard any length of suspension just yet. So we're not sure what Ja's mental state is at this moment. If suddenly he posts his love for his father, and then his mother, and then his sister, and then a final post of just one word, BYE, bye.
Yeah. It was his daughter. He posted his daughter.
It was a daughter? I thought it was his sister. Okay, baby girl, because it was his daughter. Okay, got it. Love for his family. And then he deletes that post. Obviously, that's a cause for alarm.
Right.
Fair to say, we talked about it some yesterday, but it's pretty chilling when he does that.
The question is, Skip, did he delete the tweet after he talked to the police officers or before, after realizing that, man, I'm sounding the alarm bells?
Okay, I'm assuming it was much before.
Okay.
Because now to our moment at hand here, this is just me. I found it odd, if not a little bizarre, that the sheriff's office decided to go, as Jen said, to welfare check on Ja Morant, the biggest star in the NBA's smallest TV market, Memphis. They thought that they needed to go knock on his door and say, "Are you okay?"
Right.
Well, time out. It just shocked me yesterday, because wouldn't his family have already done that?
Right.
Wouldn't the Grizzlies, he's the face of not only the city, but of that franchise. He's a face of the league. Wouldn't the league have already checked on him?
Yeah, that could be possible. But did the family reach out to the police officers and ask them to go, or was it out of, they don't normally do stuff like that. I mean, unless they're on social media, but they are on social media now.
Wouldn't it go all the way to the top, to the league office? Wouldn't they just jump in the middle of this and say, send somebody, just make sure, or let's call him, let's text him, let's make sure. It just seems like the sheriff's office, the sheriff's deputies would have been completely preempted and notified that all is well, all is cool, and that he's, quote unquote, taking a break from social media. So the first thing I thought was, were the police or the deputies, were they grandstanding here just a little bit to say, we are doing our job. We are protecting our leading citizen here in Memphis, Tennessee, right? Because they did need a little publicity. I'm just guessing, because their public information officer was responding to all queries yesterday. And yet, the big picture is, on top of all that, that it was chilling what he posted, because it was a scary signal. Right. So was it a cry for help, or was it just a sympathy plea or ploy? Just because he's feeling a little left out. He's feeling like, I got suspended again. Maybe he's feeling like, I don't deserve this. There's so much operating here that's way beyond just, I'm taking a break from social media. That's not how you take a break from social media. Usually, if you could have just deleted it, or you could just delete your accounts, right? Yeah. Or you could post a sentence or two about, you know what, this hasn't been good for me, whatever. I've had my issues here on social media. Maybe I've learned my lesson on social media. Maybe it's just time for me to take a break from social media, with some explanation. Yeah, because everything that he posted on social media, he could have called his mom and dad. Hey, Dad, I'm getting off social media, bro. Okay. Mom, I'm getting off social media. All right. And? When you do it in the way that he did it, it's so dramatic, it's so theatrical. A normal, prudent person, especially someone that's on social media, is going to take it like the cops, like the deputies or whatever they are, like they did. It's funny that they took it upon themselves, but they see somebody that got 150 guns, talking about he want to blow up the world, and they don't do nothing. They talking about that's his Second Amendment right, and he got freedom of speech, and they don't do nothing. Touche. Ja post that, woo, they got 55 cars over there. Right, knocking on the door. Did they just want to take the opportunity to rub elbows with the most famous human in Memphis, right? Yeah. Okay, it could be. Now, the bigger picture. Where is Ja in your humble estimation? Because, as I say, we don't even have a length of suspension. It is indefinite. Right. We do know that Nike is backing away because it pulled the promotion. They don't use his images, but they're still up on Sneakers app. So I still. Did you look? Yeah, the Hunger. Okay. I think Hunger is that. Hungry. It's called Hungry. It's the Ja one. Yeah, Hungry. They're still up there. I just think, like you said, they pulled the imagery of him on the site. They pulled, probably the promotion of it. And so, Skip, look, I can't really disagree with what you said. I'm glad. I'm good. I'm glad that he's okay. Everything checked out. In a situation like this, it's better to be safe than sorry, because we always say, man, he was crying out for help, and I just wish I had listened. I wish I had heard. And so now he said what he said,
and the deputies went over there and did a welfare check, and they made sure everything checked out okay. I don't think that's a bad idea. I think him being off social media in the meantime,
I'm with you.
I think that's a good thing. I think a lot of social media is probably what got him to where he is right now. The clicks, the likes, the mentions.
Yep.
Everybody let Ja, you doing that ball out, whatever you're doing. And so I just think there was a different way he could have handled this without sounding the alarm bells. I just believe he could have just picked up the phone and called his mom, called his dad, and said, I'm going to take a break from social media. Hey, there's nothing going on. I'm going to be laying low for a little while.
Yep.
Boom.
Okay. I'm respecting this because I think this is a smart young man who's done some dumb things.
Right.
But I do, when I watch him interviewed, he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He has pretty good perspective until he leaves the basketball arena,
Right.
and then he loses perspective.
Right. Correct.
But my point is, this was calculated. The posts in a row,
Right.
they're all calculated. The deletion is calculated.
But Skip, like I said, the only thing I want to know, when did the deletion take place? Was it before or after the deputies intervened? Because
Well, it had to be long before, because we talked about it yesterday that he had deleted.
Right.
He had deleted it, I think, almost immediately.
Okay. Because if he deleted it after, he's like, and they was like, with y'all, when you put what you posted up, you said your goodbye to your mom, goodbye to your dad, goodbye to your daughter, and people take that as you're saying goodbye forever. And so we're concerned. We don't know if the parents or someone close to Ja saw that and intervened and said, man, can y'all get over to Ja's place and check on him or something like that? So we don't really know the sequence, but you said like he posted it and it was deleted almost immediately.
Okay. So they were just doing their job the way they would do for any ordinary citizen, although I don't know about that. Okay. So the bigger picture is, because this goes so fast for me, I have to sort of refocus myself on, now what happened exactly? Wait, if we get all the way to September and into training camp time, you'll forget about all this.
No, I think the thing is, Skip, suspending him now from what? Ain't nothing going on.
Nothing.
It's not like you play on one of the teams that's still playing.
Yep.
So it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
I think the thing is, as once they get closer to a season, they're not going to do anything because they're not going to let it overshadow the draft. They're not going to let this suspension overshadow the champions of the NBA.
Heck
so
no.
it's going to happen after that. Now, when I can't give you a time frame, Skip, but I do believe before the start of they go to training camp or the summer league, they're going to have something in play.
I'll just bet you it will be much less than you think. I'm guessing like 10 to 15 games.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I say he gets double to triple that. He's getting 16 to 20. Because some people say he can only get 25. Whatever the max is, I say he's going to get the max. I say he get the max. If the max is 25, Skip, I believe he gets the max.
So in the biggest picture, the issue facing the NBA is he did not use the gun. It's not like he robbed the bank like he didn't hold up somebody. I don't know. He didn't use the gun.
Right.
He's brandished it, according to others before. Mm-hmm. He's been playing with the gun.
Right.
He's been displaying the gun twice.
Right. And maybe the investigation that they're doing, maybe they're talking to the 17-year-old that Ja got into it with. Maybe they're talking to the security guard at the finish line, the Foot Locker, wherever the store that was.
It was the mall security.
Right.
Head of security.
They got into it. They got into it with.
He filed a police report.
Maybe they're talking to the young ladies that somebody ran up there and took them from. Who knows? So maybe that's a part of the ongoing investigation.
Maybe.
And not the specifics of just him in the car with his homeboy and brandishing the gun.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the investigation that they're doing. Maybe they're like, okay, let's see what. And now we're like, you know what? This man got a real serious issue. We need to step in it. We need to do a serious intervention.
Yeah, I got it. All I hope is if he does need help, that this time he's